Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Di's Home and Garden. We're out in the garden again today. It's just such beautiful weather. It's mid-April and I think it's the 18th or 19th today. It's just a lovely sunny day with a gentle breeze. So just beside me is my flagpole and the breeze is catching the flag, so you will hear a bit of noise from that in a moment. And we're out in the yard, so of course there's traffic going past. I live on a busy road, so you may hear some of that. But anyway, let's get on with it. What are we doing today? Well, I'm a little bit late, but I'm going to be planting all my seeds for the winter crops, for the autumn winter crops. So it's not too late because we've still got nice days. The weather here at the moment, we're in the low 20s, low to mid 20s. So it was 24 yesterday. Today I think we're expecting the same. The nighttime temperatures, they're getting down to, the lowest we've had is 11, but they're sitting around 12 to 14, depending on whether we've got cloud cover at night or not. So for the next few nights they're going to be around 14. They say that we're expecting rain this afternoon or tonight, so that'll keep the temperatures in the night up. So that means that I don't really have to worry too much about germinating the seeds. I'm not growing anything that requires a lot of heat to germinate, so I'll show you what my setup is, and then I won't let you sit through the boring part of me putting seeds in a tray one by one, but excuse me, but I may do a time lapse of that. But what I'll do, I'll put up a list. You'll see a list come up of what I actually do plant. So I'll be planting flowers, I'll be planting some herbs perhaps, but definitely lots of vegetables that grow over winter. So join me while I do that, and you too can enjoy this beautiful day, even if it's just on a video. But it is absolutely glorious. I've got to turn the camera around and I've got to show you how beautiful the day is. So look at that beautiful blue sky. It's just, the garden's just loving it. The animals are loving it. And so am I. And there's Zeus again, out in the garden. Oh no, I've put some blood and bone and some cow manure in a pot. Mixed it in with soil, but he's eating it. Zeus! Zeus! No, that's not good for your tummy, mate. Okay, so my setup here, I have got just over this area here, I've got all my pots ready to go, but I've got two little shelving units, I suppose you'd call them. So they do come with the plastic cover. That one's opened up and tied up. I find that I don't need the plastic cover on them. The one with the plastic cover is really good when it's windy because it stops the wind getting on the plants too much. In winter, if I'm growing things over winter that I want to keep warm, yes, I will close it at night and open it up during the day. I've got another one here which is open because a lot of things just don't need a cover on it to germinate. So what I like to do is you can see from all those pots there, I do much more than I'm going to need. So there's a few reasons for that. One is because if things aren't successful, if I put in 20 and I want 10, I'm likely to have my 10 that I want. Plus I'll probably have a few extras. But also I'm a member of the produce swap group. So I like to take seedlings there because it doesn't take much for me to pot up a few extra. But wow, the price of seedlings these days, I think they're $6 for a little punnet like this. Actually, I don't even think the punnet's like this. This is a little 8, put it in the sun, that's a little 8 section punnet. I think the ones that I buy for around $6 are 6. You only get 6 plants in them. Man, for a packet of seeds, I go to a place called the Reject Shop and I'm paying, well, they used to be $1, but sometimes they're $1.50, $2 for a packet. But out of some of those, you know, I've got 500 seeds. I've got a lot of seeds. So yeah, I love growing seeds. I just don't know what it is. I just love the process of getting a little seed and watching it germinate. And then I call them my babies. And when I have too many, I cannot throw them out. So that's why the produce swap meet is great. And my daughters also grow things, and they're always saying, oh, do you have this and do you have that? So I like to have extra stuff. Sometimes I even put them out the front with a sign on free seedlings. And people who pass by help themselves. So let's get into it and get planting. I start, I know that there's a lot of chatter about how do people store their seeds. I store mine in a cupboard in the garage, so it's out of light, and I do check it on a regular basis, because one time I did have mice get in, and man, do they love to eat seeds, especially the pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. But anyway, how do I store them? So I divide mine up into vegetables, herbs and flowers. Then they are broken up also into, I've got spring and summer crops, winter crops, and then I've got all year round. And then I do that with my flowers as well. Flowers are, I've got written here, flowers winter, autumn planting, flowers summer, spring planting. Then I've got herbs there, and then I've got a few bulk packs, because I do actually do seed sprouting. So I've got a few bulk packs so that I can do sprouts. And then I've got some others which I've collected myself and put in jars, because there's a lot of them. I'll have to plant those directly in the ground. So some of these I will be planting into my seedling trays. Some of them I'll be planting into pots, but I need to get some more soil from my pots to rejuvenate my pots. So today we're just going to look at what am I doing with my seedlings here and putting in my seedling trays. So let's get on to it. So I'm just about ready to start work, and I have a mask on because I'm using a bagged up potting mix. It's a seedling mix, and the directions are on the pack that you should always wear a mask, like any potting mix. I've got a hat on to protect my face from the sun, and I have sunscreen on. Not wearing gloves. I often do wear gloves when I'm gardening, but when I'm working with seeds, I can't feel the little tiny seeds. You just can't do it. I can't do it anyway. So let's get working. Okay, so I finished doing all my potting and that's how far I got. Doesn't seem like much, but it takes a long time, and there's some more over in this one here. I don't use the bottom shelf. I find that because the shelves are open, they're more prone to attack by snails. The only time I use a bottom shelf is if I don't have room. But there you go. I hope you enjoyed coming along on my seed planting journey with me, and I'll keep you updated in the next few weeks. We'll have a look at them on a regular basis, and I'll let you know how they're going and if they've germinated or not. Okay, so it's been about 10 days now since I planted the seeds, so we'll just have a look and we'll see how they've grown. Okay, those first lot of seeds you can see there, they're alyssum or alyssum. At the back, I've got lobelia growing. Now, I don't know how well you can see that. They're very tiny. They seem to have germinated better at the back, I suppose, where it's more protected. And they are coming on in the front, but not as good. Over here, we've got our leeks just starting to pop up. And we also have some lettuce coming up there as well. Here we've got some Swedes, and on this side there's nothing showing at the moment. There's onions. Oh, I can just see at the back there's one little one just popping up at the back there. In here there's onions. Again, they've sprouted better at the back than at the front where they're more protected, and there's more onions on that side there. Down below that, we've got kale. So we've got Tuscan kale on one side, and then we've got curly kale on the other. Just there, you can just see poppies are coming up. They're Iceland poppies. We've also got oriental poppies. They're just showing there. And we've got some Californian poppies as well. These are sugarloaf cabbage on this side. So a lot of sugarloaf cabbage there. And then down the bottom I've got most of the herbs. So we've got coriander, we've got sage, and we've got Zeus wanting to put his nose into everything. Hello there. Hello, Zeus. And on this side here we've got thyme, we've got parsley. Nothing's come up in these pots. Oh, yes, I see some. There's some coriander. The coriander's sprouting, and we've got some sage at the back. So I might turn some of these pots around, because it seems like the back, where it's more protected, is doing better. So that's how we've gone after 10 days. And we're going to have lots and lots of seedlings to both plant in my own garden in the pots that I've got and in the containers, and there'll be lots to share when I go to the produce swap meet. So really that costs a fraction of what they cost in the store. So if you're able to, if you don't have a little spot outside, you might like to put them on a windowsill, a sheltered windowsill inside. Just make sure wherever you put them that water's not going to get on anything and damage anything. But where I've got this situated, just to go over that again, I've got it situated against a brick wall which is north facing. Now for us in the southern hemisphere, the north facing will get the sun all day long. So this brick wall gets the sun all day long, and then I've got the eaves of the house, you can see there, so they protect it at night with the cold air coming down, with the brick wall behind retains the heat. So it's a really, really good position to grow my seedlings in. So, thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'd love to hear in the comments what you're doing in your garden. Just a refresher for anyone who's asking, I live in southwest Sydney, Australia. I live in a temperate climate. and we're lucky we can grow all year round. But if you do have any other questions, please leave them in the comments. I do read all the comments and I do reply. Okay, thanks once again and have a great day. Bye.